read the new Dignity Project word. Our new Dignity Project word is teamwork. Say teamwork.
Teamwork.
And teamwork means getting along well with others. Marlea, scoot back a tiny bit. All right. This book is called A House for Hermit Crab. And we're going to see... Hermit crab is an animal that lives in the sea. And we'll learn a little more about him as we read. Wow, Isabel is silent. Everett is silent. That's really helpful because we're going to send this recording to our friends that are not here. Jasper, Nay, Dallas, Destin, Major, Malia. Major was here yesterday, but not today. A hermit crab is a type of a crab that lives in the ocean. And as it grows and gets bigger, it needs to find a shell that it can fit in. A house for hermit crab. Time to move, said Hermit Crab one day in January. I've grown too big for this little shell. He had felt safe and snug in his shell, but now it was too snug. Hermit Crab stepped out of his shell and onto the floor of the ocean. But it was frightening out in the open sea without a shell. What if a big fish comes along and attacks me, he thought. I must find a new house soon. Early in February, Hermit Crab found just the house he was looking for. It was a big shell. He moved right in, wiggling and waggling about inside to see how it felt.
How did they move
it? It felt just right.
How did they move it?
But it looks so, well, plain, thought Hermit Crab.
What? It's a book inside.
And guess what? I'm going to pause right here because our reading partners are going to be here. And then after the reading partners, we'll read the next part. I'll put a bookmark in it. His shell, and he was looking for a new home. And he said, that's just the shell I need. But it looks so, well, plain. And plain is another word for boring. Plain is another word for kind of boring. Let me see who's crisscross. Excellent, perfect, fabulous, terrific. Yes, fabulous. Wow, and Jada is silent. Gavin is silent. Good job. I like that your hand is up. I'm not going to call on you yet because I want to finish this story. In March, Hermit Crab met some sea anemones. They swayed gently back and forth in the water. How beautiful you are, said Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to come and help and live on my house? It's so plain. It needs you. So he invited the sea anemone, which he said was so beautiful, to join and help him. Show me the sign language for help. Good job. He asked for help. This means help. Now you know. In April, Hermit Crab passed a flock of starfish moving slowly across the floor. How handsome you are, said Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to help me and decorate my house? It's so plain, with just a sea anemone. I would, said a little sea star. Carefully, Hermit Crab picked up the sea star with his claw and put it on his house. In May, the Hermit Crab discovered some coral. They were hard. They could not move. How pretty you are, he said. Would one of you be willing to make my house more beautiful? I would, said a crusty coral. Gingerly, the Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and placed it on his jaw. Gingerly means carefully. It kind of looks similar to ginger that you might see at the grocery store. In June, Hermit Crab came up.
Talking about ginger.
Gingerbread actually comes from ginger. You use ginger, the root.
What does it look like?
Ginger looks kind of like those corals. It's brown and it has arms sticking out of it, kind of like a cactus. And you take the root, and you rub it on a shredder, a grinder.
The exact size.
Yeah. And then once you grind it on the shredder or on the grater, you take those pieces of ginger and you make gingerbread.
What is ginger?
It's a root that is a little bit spicy when you eat it.
Can you eat it?
Graceland, sit down, eat the bread.
Oh, yeah.
In June, Hermit Crab came to a group of snails crawling on the ocean floor. They grazed as they went, picking up algae and bits of debris and leaving a neat path behind them. "How tidy and hard-working you are," he said. "Would one of you be willing to come and help me clean my new house?" "I would," said one of the snails. Happily, the hermit crab picked up the snail and put it on his shell. In July, Hermit Crab came upon several sea urchins. They had sharp, prickly needles. "How fierce you look," said Hermit Crab. "Would one of you be willing to protect my house?" "I would," said a spiky sea urchin. Gratefully, Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and placed it near his shell for protection. In August, the hermit crab and his friends wandered into a forest of seaweed. "How dim and dark it is," he said. "How gloomy it is," said Starfish. "How murky it is," said Coral. "I can't see a thing," said Snail. "It's like the nighttime," said the sea urchin. In September, the hermit crab spotted a school of lanternfish that lit things up as they flew by.
I didn't even know those existed.
"How bright you are," said Hermit Crab. "Would one of you be willing to light up our house?" "I would," said a lanternfish, and it swam over near the shell and promised to stay near the hermit crab. Wow, let's see if three friends are watching and listening like leaders. I see 4 friends in the front row who are silent and listening like leaders. In October, Hermit Crab approached a pile of smooth pebbles. "How sturdy you are," said Hermit Crab. "Would you mind if I rearranged you?"
What does that mean? What does that mean?
"Not at all," said the pebbles. Hermit Crab picked them up and rearranged or moved the pebbles. "Now my house is perfect," he said.
No, it's ugly.
But in November, Hermit Crab felt like his house was a little too tight. Little by little, over the year, the hermit crab grew, and his house got too small for him. It's almost time for music. He had come to love his friends, the sea anemone, the starfish, the coral, the sea urchin, the snail, the lanternfish, and even the smooth pebbles. They've been so good to me. They've helped me. We are like a family. How can I ever leave them? He said. Wow, that sounds just like teamwork. They were working together. In December, a small hermit crab walked up. "I've outgrown my shell," she said. "Do you know a place where I can get a bigger shell?" "I've outgrown my shell too," said the hermit crab. "I must move on. Would you like my shell? I've decorated it a lot. You must promise to be nice to my friends." said the little crab. The following January, Hermit Crab stepped out of his shell, and the little crab moved in. I couldn't stay in that little shell forever, Hermit Crab said as he waved goodbye. The ocean floor looked wider than he ever remembered, but Hermit Crab wasn't afraid. Soon he found the perfect house, a big, empty shell.
He's gonna decorate
But it
it
looked
again.
a little plain.
He's gonna decorate it again.
Sponges, he thought.
Huh?
Barnacles, clownfish, sand dollars, electric eels. There are so many possibilities. I can't wait to get started.
He's gonna decorate his whole house again.
The end. So that book was all about teamwork. What does teamwork mean?